Cooking with Gloria. I'm Gloria, and today I want to share with you a very traditional Salvadorian chicharrón pupusa that I know that you guys are going to love and enjoy at home. Well, first things first, my apron is on, my hands are clean, and I am ready to show you my ingredients. These are my ingredients. We need
Monterey cheese,
garlic cloves, chicken bouillon, 3 cooked potatoes, 1 tomato, 1 red onion, 1 white onion, 1 bell pepper, and of course our chicharrón. This is everything we need for this delicious chicharrón pupusa. So let's get started.
I want to start with my veggies. They're nice and rinsed. And what I'm going to do now is cutting them and slicing them and cutting them in little squares. They don't have to be perfect, like really small or really large. I'm just trying to cut it so I could add all my veggies into my food processor. This is how I'm going to start cutting everything. I have the 2 onions, my bell pepper. I'm going to continue cutting it in little squares. Here I'm done. I have my potatoes that are pre-cooked already. And what I'm going to do is just take the skin off of the 3 potatoes. We want to make sure that we take all the skin completely off. Everything is nice. I took the skin off, and now I am ready to start adding my little knife of the food processor, and I'm gonna continue adding a little bit at a time of all the mixtures of the veggies. I'm starting with the tomato and the onion, and I'm going to be pulsing it until everything is really nice and incorporated. I'm gonna continue slowly adding the veggies so everything is completely blended, everything the same size. It takes time, but believe me, this will come out so delicious. And right now I am ready to start adding the cooked potato, and I cut it just in a little small pieces, like 4 pieces each potato, and I'm gonna do the same thing. We're gonna blend it until everything is nice and blended. To this, I'm adding my chicken bouillon so that it incorporates completely with all this mixture. It takes about 5 to 6 minutes to blend everything. Please take your time. It needs to look like paste. So just take your time. I have a big bowl here. I'm going to start adding everything in here. This is completely done. I'm going to put it aside, and I have my garlic cloves here, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to slice them, add them to my food processor. And I didn't clean the food processor because we're just adding everything in here, and everything at the end is going to be incorporated. I already cut my chicharrón in small pieces so that I could start adding it to my food processor. Just a little bit at a time so everything is really nice, chopped and blended. And we want it so mixed that I'm going to show you when the little pieces of the chicharrón, how they look, because they have to be really small, like paste. I will continue adding slowly about 5 to 6 pieces of the chicharrón in here so that my food processor doesn't work too hard. So I'm going to just continue blending until I am completely done. Here I have all the chicharrón already nice and blended. Look at this. Look how it looks. Now I'm ready to, you know something, start adding it to the mixture of my veggies. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add everything in here. Once everything is incorporated, I'm going to mix it. But you know something? I need to put gloves on. We need to mix it very thoroughly. Here I have my cheese, and the cheese, what I'm going to do is I'm just using half of the Monterey cheese, and I'm going to go ahead and slice it and cut it in small squares so that I could add it to my food processor. Look at this. Just like this, I'm going to continue cutting it in little squares so that it's much easier to just add it to the food processor. I'm doing the same thing. I'm adding 4 or 5 pieces at a time, and I'm going to start blending it. We want to make sure that it is in very little tiny pieces. Look at this. Look how this looks. The pieces are very, very tiny, and that's how it should be. I'm just going to go ahead, add this little bit in here, and I am going to continue blending the rest of the cheese the same way, 4 or 5 pieces at a time until I am completely done. Here I am already done with all the cheese. I'm not going to use the blender anymore, the food processor I mean, and I'm going to put it aside. We're going to go ahead and incorporate everything completely. And the best tool is your hands. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be mixing it completely, making sure that everything is nice and covered, and look at the texture. This is how it should be. Now here I have my masa that it's already pre-made. You could get it in any Mexican or Latino store. You just go in and you ask for masa for tortillas, and they'll give it to you. And here, look, what I like to do is make a little tortilla, leave some space in the center, add all that delicious mixture of the chicharrón in the center, and then just do it like this. Once I have enough little balls just like this, I'm going to take them to the stove on my skillet. Let me show you one more. This is so easy to do. It takes time, but believe me, I know that your family will enjoy these chicharrón pupusas. And you close it slowly just like this. Look how easy this looks. If I could do it, anybody could do it, believe me. And this is done. Let's go to the stove. My skillet is really nice and hot, and I'm going to start adding the pupusas right on the top. And you want to make sure that you put them, that they look almost like a fluffy tortilla when you're done with it. So I'm going to start and continue. Look at this. These are done. Okay, I am ready to flip them. We're only going to flip them one time, and it takes about 2 minutes each side. I am ready to remove these 3 pupusas, and these are done. I can't wait for the presentation, and I can't wait to taste them because I know that they come out delicious every time. So I'll see you in a bit.
My friends, I am done with the chicharrón pupusas. They are very traditional in El Salvador. You know that my husband is from El Salvador and my kitchen is international. This is the part I love, I enjoy, and I really look forward to tasting my recipes. Of course, that I have the pickled cabbage that you already have on my channel, and you have the salsa especially for these pupusas. So let me try it because I just can't wait. My home smells delicious, and you know something? You eat it with your fingers. You don't need a fork, you don't need a knife, you just eat it with your fingers. So let me add a little bit of pickled cabbage. I wish you were here to taste it with me. Excuse me. It has so much cheese. Oh my God, this is amazing. I can't help myself, excuse me. This is just amazing. I hope, my friends, you can make it at home. Enjoy it with your family like I enjoyed here with my family. If you liked and loved my recipe, please don't forget to subscribe, give me thumbs up, share my video on social media so more people get to know Cooking with Gloria. Don't forget to push the notification bell. And if you did already, it's activated, and every time I make a new recipe, yes, you are going to be notified. I'm going to stay with this delicious and traditional chicharrón pupusas. But before I say I see you soon, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love. And of course, I will stay enjoying these delicious pupusas de chicharrón. Bye-bye.